here is that you love your wife so much that sometimes you're not willing to put your foot down and say things that you don't like. And that's really good that you feel so passionately about her. That means the relationship is good. The attraction's there, and I'm very happy for you about that. But I think you're so worried about losing her sometimes that you're sort of losing yourself, you know, and you're losing.
But I think you're also looking just stuff from your perspective, how you would. I don't think you really look at things objectively. I think that's the problem here. You look how you would act in a situation that you're in. You don't understand that, like.
No, I'm not even trying to put myself into his shoes or insert myself in any way.
Just like from your perspective, I feel like, okay, you're set in your way, and like you hear what we're saying, but you're not really like processing it in a way to understand, like, okay, like maybe different people work a different way. There is a different dynamic with other.
All right, now let's actually break this down real quick.
Sort of agree with me here is that you love your wife so much that sometimes you're not willing to put your foot down and say things that you don't like. And
also, he has no leverage. He married her, bro, without a fucking prenuptial agreement. That's cooked. Bro can literally sneeze the wrong way and lose it all. Bro's on thin ice, man.
That's really good that you feel so passionately about her. That means the relationship is good. The attraction's there.
Clav is being nice about it.
And I'm very happy for you about that. But I think you're so worried about losing her sometimes that you're sort of losing yourself, you know, and you're losing.
But I think you're also looking just stuff from your perspective, how you would. I don't think you really look at things objectively. I think that's the problem here. You look how you would act in a situation that you're in. You don't understand that, like.
No, I'm not even trying to put myself into his shoes or insert myself in any way.
Just like from your perspective, I feel like, okay, you're set in your way, and like you hear what we're saying, but you're not really like processing it in a way to understand, like, okay, like maybe different people work a different.
This bitch don't even know what she's talking about, bro. Just a whole bunch of female yap. She spoke without saying anything. Which is, are we really surprised at this point? And there's a bunch of clips like, you know what, bro? I might just pull up the full stream and just react to that shit right now. Let me see here if Clav has it up on his. Let me see if it's this one. I'm assuming.
Just something you kind of wouldn't really stand your ground on. As the relationship developed, just subtle things, I would say, is kind of more so what I mean, more than like these big picture ideas, like staying faithful.
So then, in your experience, what has been a compromise that you expected to make that you just wouldn't accept?
A compromise.
With someone that you've dated in the past?
Like doing content with other girls would be a huge one.
But do you think 10 years down the line you still want to do the same things you're doing now, doing the same content? Is that the only way,
Well, I couldn't tell you 10 years from now, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's like you have still like, when you're in your early 20s, it's like very different. That's like your content right now. But I'm sure that 10 years when you're our age, 31, 33, whatever, you will want.
He's missing the point that he's trying to make, where he's saying like you already have opportunities cut off because of your wife. That's what Clav is trying to say. She's over here talking about like, oh, well, do you want to make that content all the time? That's not the point, Bimbo.
Find different things fulfilling than you are right now, So I think it's very hard for you to understand and grasp the idea of where we are talking right now in terms of, like the experience we had and like we've been through stuff you've been through, So I understand your point.
Right.
Like I just want to be open-minded and realize, okay, that's not the only way to,
Well, that's a super unique one. That's really going to be applicable to a streamer, which is like, not going to be most people watching this right now. But another one would be like, a huge one would be, I would never want, my girlfriend to be involved in nightlife in any way. Bars,
I
clubs.
get that. I could never be with somebody who's into nightlife
either. Bitch, it doesn't matter what you can be with or whatever. Like, notice how she's going to start attributing, like, her standards based on a male paradigm. A girl that works in nightlife is not the same as a guy that works in nightlife.
Yeah, absolutely. So like.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, so women going to clubs and
Yeah, from a male perspective, that's a very reasonable boundary. From a female perspective, no. The Blazing Dude, what's up? Thank you so much.
women, you know, being out at night and drinking, I find it to be like really disgusting, and like almost like disrespectful. Not almost, it's just straight up disrespectful to engage in that behavior when, you know.
And real quick, Garrett Basso says, we need Red Pill everyone because this shit is getting out of hand. I have been raised in a house where I was working, although I didn't like it as a kid. I profited from it as an adult. My father works at a lab that makes nukes. Oh, shit. Myron Unfiltered says, my fiance and watch you every night. Love what? Yeah, thank you very much, Myron Unfiltered. I saw your tip on OSS as well. Please show some love to my clip channel. I started 4 days ago and got over 25K views. All right, so guys, here's another YouTube channel that you guys can subscribe to. One of the OSS guys. You just made it. Oh, one of your shorts made 25K, bro. Not bad. Here, I'll give you a subscribe right now. I dropped the link in there, guys. Support OSS guys that make clips channels. Blow this bitch up.
Right, so that's great that you guys have that same sentiment, because I think it's an extremely important one. A lot of unfaithfulness occurs at these environments.
Yeah, it's unless you're going out for a special occasion and going with your partner. I don't think you have, like, why would you be out in a club and, you know, like, what's there? What are you gonna find there? I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're not gonna find anything good. You know, it's just horrible for you.
And then typically people are going out to a club like under the influence, where bad decisions happen.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think that isn't an excuse if a girl were to be intoxicated. If she cheats on you, that's just something that was already in the subconscious, and that just lowered her inhibitions enough to go through with it.
100%.
Right.
The drunk person does what the sober one thinks.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's all good and well that you guys have a good amount of things that seem like they're going like incredibly, but the people in the chat are spamming about phones. Do you guys have any rules in your relationship about, you know, going through phones?
No. And my phone is open to him if he ever wants to see it. Like, sometimes he gives me his phone
Oh, man, that shit is probably nuts on her shit.
to post something on his social media. I have a freedom if I wanted to go through, but there is nothing to hide about, to be honest. Like, we don't have rules. I've been many times through his phone. He's been through my phone. Like, you know, just it's there. Like, go
Yo, bitch, you fucking keep pictures of niggas DMing you. That's weird.
through it. Go look at pictures. Go look. We look.
Probably has a secret folder.
Look at my DMs. We laugh, you know, and stuff like that. So it's just, yeah.
Well, that's kind of the thing that I would call into question, because would you have the reaction of, oh, you're so insecure, or sort of put him to shame for requesting, you know, to access your phone? I think that's something that a lot of women tend to do, and I think that's
But
probably
for us,
something.
it never came as from a
So-
point of insecurity.
I'm gonna tell you guys how this needs to go. If you got a girl, this is the paradigm, or this is the arrangement. You can look at her phone whenever you want. You have access to her phone and all her codes. She doesn't have access to yours. Keep it a million. I know some of you niggas right now are losing your minds for me saying that. But as the man, you should have 100% access to all her shit, and she has none of yours, bro. None of that. And I know what some of you guys are going to say. Myron, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's misogynistic. Yeah, and it's also realistic. Men and women are not the same. Okay? Every single one of you guys should strive, if you're going to have a girlfriend or any woman that you take seriously for that matter, every single one of you guys need to have an arrangement like that, where you can look at her phone anytime, but she can't look at yours. That's how you know you're running shit. And you got to set that boundary up early. And I know a lot of you bitch ass niggas in here, oh, I don't know if I could do that, bro. She'll leave me. Well, then you're a faggot. Straight up. You have no control in your relationship. You have no control. You and your bitch are equal. And if you and your bitch are equal, you already lost. You already lost. You're dangerously fucking close to the edge, my friend.
Like, oh, just like.
Like if he asked to look through your phone, you know, and you do a forensic deep dive into all your
that
social
means
media.
he's doubting something, right?
Well, You know, let's just say before
Rightfully so. You have thought tendencies. Do I need to remind you guys? This chick is Eastern European, red flag. She lived in Dubai for a while, red flag. She was a flight attendant, red flag. Has thirst traps all across her Instagram, red flag. Saves pictures of niggas that DM her, red flag. Like, what are we at a fucking, you know, Chinese communist parade? Like, yo, red flags everywhere. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Plastic surgery, red flag. Married within only a couple of years of knowing each other, red flag. Guarantee they got married for her to adjust her immigration status. Guaranteed, guys. Because the easiest path to a green card or citizenship is via marriage. Guarantee that was a critical component to them being married so early when they were. Because I think he married her like 2 years in or some shit.
he decides to commit to a marriage, or whether or not to put a prenup on the table. Say, let me go through your entire phone just so that I could sleep at night before I go and jump into this big decision. I really would doubt that you would just hand it over, no problem.
I would, because the thing is, when you're making such a big decision, you want to be 100% sure, and the way people lie, and I've experienced where people are so nice, and you think, oh my God,
Well, she's just going to wipe everything off that's incriminating.
they would never do anything, and then, like, and then you open and you see, oh my God,
And it's
like,
also
you're in shock,
funny
like, it hurts.
that Clav is like significantly younger than Larry, but he has to explain to him, like, you know, this basic, you know, red pill 101. But this goes to show, man, how blue pill some of these guys are. I told y'all that these YouTubers are fucking blue pill as fuck, bro. Especially fitness industry guys. Dude, these guys are so, yo, the fitness industry is so cucked by women, it's disgusting. It's a big reason why I left. Like, women have so much fucking leverage and power in the fitness industry, it's actually really fucking gay. And the reason why is because they buy most of the fucking apparel.
So if he was to wanted to see this,
Like, if you look at like Alpha Elite, Gymshark, etc., most of their sales come from women, guys. Most of their revenue comes from female merchandise. So niggas are not trying to fucking rock the boat.
I can see how it can be seen as an insecurity, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, he wants to make sure, he wants to go the same way. If I feel like, oh, I really want to check it, then I should, you know. Especially if you're married, you should have that openness with your partner. Like, if you want to
Openness one way only.
go through my phone, if you want to see whatever, there's never like where I fear. There shouldn't be any fear of me like giving away my phone, you know. Like, look at this message. Some people even fear to give you a phone in their hand because they're scared of what might pop up, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, the whole thing with social media and going through partners' accounts, it's like something that you really don't want to have to do. But, you know, with female nature and a lot of the time broken pair bonds, to where a girl who's going into a relationship with a higher body count or who's not a virgin and isn't able to.
Also, guys, no after hours tonight. I just got the word. I guess it's hard for Chris to find some chicks. It is kind of cold today in Miami. So we're going to have after hours on Wednesday. So we're just going to do a Money Monday show, probably a call-in show with Steve later. That'll probably start right around 10 o'clock. So we're still going to give you guys a banger today anyway. So don't worry.
Connect with you on a deep enough level where cheating is.
We're going to cover taxes. Super important for you guys. And then I might, depending on how late I finish, I might just come back on stream. Who knows? Fuck it. And cover the Iran shit.
Off the table. Yeah, sometimes it's required, right? So that's kind of the only scenario I see where cheating is not something to be concerned with, is if you go into a relationship with a virgin woman. So you could kind of ensure that. And
no worries, guys. I appreciate you. A lot of you guys in the chat saying I appreciate the grammar, and I got y'all, man. Money Monday is important, man. Look, it doesn't get that many views. It is what it is, but it's fucking important that you guys understand money and being fiscally responsible, bro. You know what I mean? So this is what we pride ourselves on, helping you guys out. Literally, you got our guy Steve. Steve is my accountant. He's going to be able to answer a lot of your guys' questions. So we're going to be able to give you guys a bunch of value. Also, we got something interesting for you guys, a really good offer for some of you guys if you want to make some side money. Mexico says, check out Clav Larry Wheels Club. His wife slipped and says the truth. Okay, let me go ahead and have this ready to go. That's why I was just reacting to the whole thing, because there's so many clips from this fucking discussion. So I was just like reacting to the whole thing. But let's go ahead and see here. What the fuck? Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Oh.
like things like income. If you want someone who's going to just be fully monogamous and loyal to you.
Yeah,
right?
I'll compromise the looks for that.
Let me turn on the volume, guys. When I see Clav, I'm going to tell that nigga, we got to adjust your audio, bro. This mic is not the one to use for a conversation like this.
On things like looks, like things like income, if you want someone who's going to just be fully monogamous and loyal to you.
Yeah,
right?
I'll compromise the looks for that for sure.
You would,
I'll take an ugly guy that does not cheat, obviously with financial security. Over like it has to be like extremely good-looking guy and cheat on me. And I think more girl would like choose like a less good-looking guy in like if.
just from the context that you said that in, like that can be taken as like you saying that about Larry.
No, I'm not saying that about Larry. I'm just saying I was just talking like.
Well,
in general.
I know, yeah. That's just why I wanted to.
All right, let's go through that one more time. That's interesting. Now we'll give some commentary.
On things like looks, like things like income, if you want someone who's going to just be fully monogamous and loyal to you.
Yeah,
right?
I'll compromise the looks for that for sure.
You would,
I'll take an ugly guy that does not cheat, obviously with financial security.
I mean, that. So, all right. I'll keep playing this and I'll translate the womanese here for you guys in a second.
Over like.
This is like textbook womanese. What's up? No, we'll just do it on, we'll just move everybody fresh. It's cool. We don't have to do it on MGX. It's fine, yeah.
It has to be like extremely good-looking guy and cheat on me. And I think more girl would like choose like a less good-looking guy in like if.
just from the context that you said that in, like that can be taken as like you saying that about Larry.
No, I'm not saying that about Larry. I'm just saying I was just talking like.
Well,
in general.
I know, yeah. That's just why.
Yeah, so.
Things like looks, like things like income, if you want someone who's going to just be fully monogamous and loyal to you.
Yeah,
right?
I'll compromise the looks for that for sure.
You would,
I'll take an ugly guy that does not cheat, obviously with financial security.
Now, obviously, I can see how that can be interpreted. I think she's speaking in general. You know, it's not like Larry Wills is some ugly nigga, right? Let's be honest. He's, you know, fucking, you know, dude is like a fucking buff Genuine or some bullshit, some light-skinned guy. So I don't think she means that. I do think that she's physically attracted to Larry, right? From a physicality standpoint. But he's just so fucking soft and doesn't have the edge, which is why she bullies him around. So but I could see how people would interpret that. But let's be honest here, guys. Yo, she's not saying anything like that. Guys, we already know women are hypergamous. And we already know that women are going to say, would prefer a guy that has their money together over a good-looking guy, right? Now, when it comes to the cheating thing, right? Here's the thing with cheating, right? Women always kind of fumble this. Girls want you to have the capability to cheat, but not exercise that capability. Does that make sense? So they want you to be attractive and desirable enough where other women want you, but they also don't want you to exercise those options. Right? They look at it like, well, I'm hot and guys want me, but I don't cheat on you, so you should do the same. Not knowing, like, bitch, you didn't earn your value. You know what I mean? You didn't earn your value. So me restraining myself sexually is not the same as you restraining yourself sexually. But women tend to conflate this and think they're the same. Right? So whenever women say this dumb shit like that, like, oh yeah, I just don't want him to cheat or whatever, like, that's kind of a half truth. What it really is I want him to have the capability to cheat, just not exercise it. But that's just unrealistic. You know? A woman telling a guy not to cheat that has options is like, you know, a fucking poor nigga trying to tell a rich guy how to invest his money. That's like the perfect analogy. A female trying to tell you how you should deal with other women when you have options is the equivalent to a poor dude telling a multimillionaire how to invest his money. Same exact situation. Why? Because female options aren't earned, so they don't appreciate it. Okay? However, male options are earned, so we appreciate it. But they'll never understand that shit because they don't earn their value. So for women, they look at it like, well, it's easy for us to not cheat. Why can't you guys do the same? Well, bitch, you're playing the game on easy mode. Of course it's easy for you to fucking, control yourself. You got men throwing themselves at you all the time. So it's not, you don't appreciate it. For men, like, bro, most guys don't even get the fucking market pull of like a fucking 4 out of 10. Dudes that are like super attractive, high SMVs, 8s, 9s. Bro, these niggas don't even got the same motion as 4 out of 10 chicks, man. So, anyway. But yeah, I mean, she's not saying anything surprising there, bro. Like, and also, guys, Eastern European women are like this. Okay? They always take money over everything else. Eastern European women, Colombian bitches, like, they're super fucking hypergamous. Some of the worst girls to deal with. Russian, Ukrainians. Where were we?
The other way that I like to look at it with the whole phone thing that I've heard, I think it was Tristan Tate has also said this, is if you ask for a girl, or if you ask your girl, to go through her phone and she hands it over like this, no questions asked, just give it right back to her, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If she has
Fair, yep.
hesitates, then she's hiding something.
Yeah, so I mean, just the question itself is going to be enough to sort of like answer your questions there. So you guys haven't put up much in the comm, so we'll
what's this Twitter comm? Because you're telling me about, XCOM. I don't understand this community thing on X. Is that what you're looking at right now?
Yeah, so the Twitter community is sort of where all your fans could go, and it's going to be linked right on your profile on X. And people could basically make posts in here about various subjects, and there's like a timeline.
After that whole thing,
Rampage and her, all of us were joking for a bit, a couple jokes here and there, but Dean just digging in for hours. Right. Where it's like, okay, dude, like, enough.
Yeah, Dean is the guy that got slapped. He deserved to get slapped. I ain't gonna lie. I did a whole breakdown on that. He was being super disrespectful, being a drunken retard.
Already. Like, this is just ridiculous, you know? And Rampage was even trying to talk Dean out of being such a troll, and he was just kept digging and digging.
Yeah, and I really like Rampage. I've met him.
Bro got fucking slapped and punched 24 hours later. Fucking L after L after L.
A couple times. I think he's a great guy. But the thing that kind of comes to mind when I see that clip is...
Somebody said it was staged. No, bro, it was not staged. Hell no. That shit was not staged, bro. Yo, Dean the Great is a professional fighter, chat. Do you understand getting slapped or punched on camera is like a career ender for you?
I wouldn't really want to be friends with someone or who's going to, even make jokes in that context about, my wife or someone who I am deeply in love with. That's not...
But like...
Someone said it looks staged. That's fine. You could think it looks staged, but just common sense would lead you to, like, if you have a little bit of common sense, you would understand that it's not staged. There's nothing to gain from getting slapped in the face as a professional boxer like Dean, bro. That shit only hurts you. And I actually talked about this the other day when I did my breakdown. Like, bro, he has legal grounds to come, like, sue Larry Wheels for that shit, by the way. This is the problem. See, this is why having, like, a girlfriend that's, like, problematic can create so many issues for you. Because, like, his girlfriend's activities, right, invited that type of disrespectful behavior. So it put Larry in a weird position where it's like, okay, now I got to slap this nigga to reclaim my respect and because my girl has already made me lose so much. Because he can argue that he got reputational damage from being slapped because of the nature of what he does professionally. And this is the issue when you have a girl that you're seeing that isn't under control, bro. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm going to say that 10 toes down. Your girl needs to be under your control, under your authority. She speaks when spoken to. She answers questions when you allow. She talks to other niggas only if you're there. Like, that's how you guys got to move with these women, bro. You got to be militant. Got to be militant.
Everybody, you have to also understand, everybody has different boundaries, and what's a boundary for you might not be for us, because maybe we have a different sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different, so for us, that's not really a big deal. We can take a joke, we can joke around, for us it's funny.
And you guys are lighthearted people, but just from a personal standpoint, and what I would expect from sort of my friends on just like a purely
the difference is that Larry's famous and has a big social media platform, so some things are just going to be off the table completely. Shark Pliskin says, something, Myron, the Kindle version of your book cannot be purchased in the U.S. Been trying for months unless I'm doing something wrong, FYI. Yeah, we're fixing it. We're fixing it. For, I think you mean of my first book. Yeah, we're fixing that. I was on the phone with Aaron Clary about that.
Character level is that, you know, they wouldn't flirt with my wife on a live stream, even if I'm a pretty chill guy and I wouldn't, you know, freak out and, you know.
But he wasn't.
Exactly. Niggas was trying you like that because you purport yourself. Like, the thing with this chick, bro, is like, if you look at her Instagram, you look at the way she moves and stuff like that, you would think she's single, bro. She purports herself to be single. That's the problem in the first place.
With me. Only Dean he was, but Rampage wasn't.
You know, like you said.
She has like a thirst trap ass Instagram, dude, with like no pictures of Larry. It's actually pretty fucking pathetic.
With the jokes or whatever, there was obviously something said that was slightly controversial, right? So, but simply what I'm saying is, even if I wouldn't throw a temper tantrum, if, you know, someone were to make a joke or flirt with my girl, it's like, just for them to even have that potential and have that character flaw, it's like, it's not really someone to be around, right? Like, I'm not gonna you know, freak out and like do like a whole slap. Like, I'm a pretty you know, there's different ways to go about this. It's just I wouldn't ever want to collab with that person again, would sort of be more so how I handled it. But yeah, no, that's like just not something to do with your friends. Like, I would never.
But Dean is not our friend.
But just in general, like, you know.
He came with his date there. We did not know it's gonna go that way. It was like a triple date. Rampage with his girl, Dean with his girl, and then me and Larry.
Well, simply what I'm saying is, like, you know, from myself and the way that I operate, I would never even make jokes in that context or flirt with you in any way. You know, because I think Larry's my friend. You know, I just met him, but I like you. I think you're a great guy. So I would never do that to my friend, right? That's making you look bad. That's disrespectful. So even if it is a small joke,
and Dean doing that shit was super disrespectful, and and that's why he deserved to get slapped. Be honest with y'all, that was fucking retarded that he did that.
If I just say, you know, something about your looks, or, you know, give you a look in a weird way, it would go viral on here and probably contribute to me making money, but it's not worth sabotaging your character over.
But knowing the way stream works, you know that, like, even like, for example, I wasn't even looking at Rampage at that specific moment. They made it as if I was. So even if me giving you a normal look, people, she wants slap, you know, she said he's this, he's that. It's just the way stream.
Yes, you put yourself in that corner because you portray yourself to be a whore. So congratulations. Yes, that's why niggas are looking like that, because you've created a horrible image for yourself being a thought.
Streaming and clipping works, you know, so a lot of things is taken out of context, you know.
No, absolutely. And if you didn't get the vibe that there was any sort of disrespect or anything like that, then I guess it's okay. But I don't even think it should be like anything close, like jokes, looks, even like really like a lot of the times, like giving a hug to the wife or whatever. It's all stuff that I just personally would have, like, but everyone's different. I mean, I don't really know. For sure. They're saying, I don't know. They're saying he's pissed. Let's see. Would you say that I've been just, because I'm just genuinely inquiring about all this stuff. I'm not being disrespectful in any way, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I just want to make sure.
And we see Rampage as like that creepy uncle. Like, he behaves that way with every female. Like, even with his date, talking about like the most like perverted shit, like in front of all of us. Right. And a joke or two here.
Yeah, Rampage don't go fuck, bro.
There, like, from Rampage, you know, over the course of 3 hours isn't gonna set either of us off. Like, but when someone like repeatedly digs, like, that's all they're talking about constantly. Like, I think everyone has that slap in them. I think even you.
Oh yeah.
When like someone like, if someone like made an inappropriate joke like once or twice, like, all right, okay, like whatever, you shrug it off. Like, keep doing it repeatedly for hours, and like you have to eventually make a stand for you. Okay, look, this is just fucking. Let's just stop. You know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's. Like I said, I don't think anyone.
You guys saw Larry's video. Larry sending a screenshot of his face, right? Showing that he's a cuck. And he goes, "You think your OLF members know I'm a cuck?" She goes, "Most likely. I can tell them." He goes, "How would you do that?" She goes,
"This nigga played this video with them there? Yo, that's diabolical." That's crazy. Nigga really played the video with them right there. Hey, yo.
Video or photo, and and I can say Larry loves being a cook, who would help me? Now this is the part of the conversation with the girl where Larry is revealing to her that,
We could skip any of this stuff. I don't know what this is, but...
Yeah, this guy made a video about me basically saying I'm a cuck, and Greg, another creator that likes to talk about drama, controversy, did the same thing. But
Greg Doucette?
Greg Doucette, exactly.
He's made about 12.
They call Doucette.
Yeah, it brings some views. I get it. Like between John and Greg, like our videos that are on their page get the most views. So I get why they're coming after us, getting it back for them. And I deny this because it didn't happen. And it was 2026. Anyone can fabricate a conversation between two people.
No.
Okay, so he's saying. Okay, so I actually wanted to get his take on this. So he's saying these text messages aren't even real. Chat. Do you guys believe him? He's saying the texts aren't real.
Yeah.
Right. I get why they're coming after us.
Made about 12 on me.
Yeah, it brings some views. I get it. Like between John and Greg, like our videos that are on their page get the most views. So I get why they're coming after us, getting it back for them. And I deny this because it didn't happen. And it was 2026. Anyone can fabricate a conversation between two people.
Oh yeah.
Right. This is effortless to do.
And I want to say also the reference he's using, or the girl who was sending him this stuff. This girl.
All right, I put the poll in the chat, guys. Go ahead and vote. Are the texts fake? Like to get your guys' take. Poll is in the chat. Guys watching on OSS, if you guys don't mind, vote on Kick. Open up a tab and vote on Kick for me. I want your guys' take too. So I have it all in one central location. I'll drop the Kick link for you guys real fast. Just open up Kick real quick for me, guys, on OSS and give a vote.
She was in a relationship with Larry 5 years ago, before me. This girl is a sex worker. She always been. I know her from my gym. She's just like an open girl. You know what I'm saying? Like she makes sexual noise. She's extremely open. And she just have this obsession. Like 5 years, still haunting us. She has to cling on everything Larry does. She hired his personal assistant from Dubai.
Yeah, who's this girl, chat? Can one of y'all let me know who this chick is that they're talking about?
She's just trying to cling. She's trying to befriend me in my gym. Like every time I move somewhere to the gym, she's after me. She's trying to, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, bullshit. Anyway, this girl,
yeah, polls up on Kick, guys. And then OSS, guys, if you guys don't mind, vote there for me. That way we can have one central location where all the votes are at. And Kick is easy to use, guys.
She's saying, doing podcasts, talking how she's been groomed into making OnlyFans. But me, 5 years with him, I wasn't groomed into making OnlyFans, because if you don't want to do something, you don't want to do something. I was just offered 6 figures to do OnlyFans. Not OnlyFans competitor.
Oh, yeah.
I said, no, I don't want to do it just because that's not me. I don't want to bring shame to my family. But what annoys me the most is
Too late.
This girl claims she's been groomed into doing OnlyFans. Still, 5 years after, she's still doing it. Her mother has OnlyFans, and her name on OnlyFans is like, I'm a 59-year-old cock destroyer. Huh. Did she groom her own mother into creating OnlyFans?
Wait, 50-year-old cock destroyer? Bro, that's crazy.
Because she claims she's been groomed. If any mother saw her daughter being groomed and suffering, why does her mother make the same thing that her daughter was groomed into? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
She's just trying to ruin Larry's image or whatever her idea is, because she's not getting clout she was getting.
Yeah, guys, poll is pinned at the top, man.
She stayed 2 years in a relationship where she claims she's been essayed. But then there are women who are actually being essayed, and you're calling that essayed. It just does not make sense to me. Like, you're actually taking away from real victims because you were chronically into that victim mindset. It really, really annoys me, and I refuse to talk about this woman. Like, I ignore her for 5 years, but she keeps coming after my man, claiming all these claims. Like, what the fuck? Move on, leave us fucking alone. And just like, if you're so desperate, and if she really didn't want to do all of this stuff, why is she still 5 years doing something she's been groomed into, allegedly?
So, okay, this is an old thing that was dug up from the past.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not from 2026.
No.
Okay, we know it's old. That's not what's in dispute. Is it real? That's what everybody wants to know. No one is doubting that it's old or it's not recent. The real question people have is it real?
Okay.
Why am I not a sex worker? Why? It just does not make sense. And you claiming this is your man, and like he's been publicly open about his addiction. Imagine like you're addicted to drugs and having a drug dealer in your house. Mm-hmm. And she continued doing OnlyFans. Like, if you really care about your man, you would not be doing that shit. Stop this bullshit. Leave us fucking alone. Because I could bring so much shit about this bitch, and I choose not to. Because I don't want to give her time, I don't want to give her energy, but she keeps coming after us. Just leave us alone. Same with this troll. You know, like Greg Doucette.
Shout out to Mr. Rams with the gifted. Appreciate you, my friend.
I said his girlfriend looks like Myron from White Chicks, and he took that really seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's why he came back and cooked y'all.
He got upset, but he's been coming after me and like saying bullshit, but somebody comes after him and says like he gets upset. Like I was real. I was like, I recommend the good injectors to her. Like she's an educated woman. She's a doctor. Like she does not need to look like that.
Well, yeah, don't dish it out if you can't.
That's crazy.
Take it, Greg. So
exactly. Like Greg thinks anybody's scared of him. Like put out what you want to put out. Like his content is that he gets 80K views per videos, you know, unless he puts out a video about us.
And I mean, I need to put out there, like whether this is true or not, why are people so concerned with what gets my dick hard?
Yeah.
Like real talk. And nobody was harmed in this particular situation that John or Greg is talking about. Like whether this happened or not, was anyone hurt in the process?
Like look at this. This is all consensual. Even if it is, this is all consensual. So why is she trying to be a victim? She's a whole, like her biggest accomplishment is she fucked Blueface Baby in a Grinch outfit. Like she posted that all over her social media. Like what are we talking about?
Bro, who is this bitch? Chat, who the hell is this girl? Who the hell are they talking about, chat? Guys, do me a favor. Give me somebody drop her shit real fast. Who the hell is this woman? What the hell is going on here, man? Shout out to D. Selly. Nicole Water? Nicole Drink Water? What the fuck kind of name is that? All right. Let's Google this chick. I've never heard of this woman in my life. Man, I'm scared to Google this shit, man. Oh, man. All right. Of course, it's a restricted profile. Are we surprised? I can't even log in because I'm fucking banned on Fed Reacts. Let me see if I could get in here. No, I can't even get in. Nigga. Yeah, I can't even get in. I click that shit. You already know this shit's bad. You already know this shit is bad, bro. Niggas need an account to even see this. Oh, God. I've never heard of this chick ever. Is this her? Yeah, this bitch looks like she's lost some marbles. She hasn't posted in a year, it looks like. Not surprised. Most female YouTubers are fucking lazy. Yeah, fitness thought. Makes sense. Yeah, I've never heard of this woman in my life, bro. Definitely a whore, though. Definitely a thotty. Very obvious. I'm scared to look up her ex. We'll click it real quick. Wait, is this the same bitch? No, I don't even think this is the same girl. All right.
That is very true, to be fair, because it's like there's literally an entire government full of politicians who were on Epstein Island and all this like pedophilia shit. And people give more of a fuck, seemingly, about just maybe like a porn addiction. It's like, it's a little bit
yeah,
silly,
like,
so,
you know how many men are in jail because they've been wrongfully convicted of like rape, of SA, when they have not done it because of bitter woman like this girl is. Why is she talking about this? 5 years ago, she claims, oh, she cannot date, she cannot have boyfriends because she's been so scarred. I know at least 3 guys she's been with after Larry. She was in a full-blown relationship, crying on social media when she broke up with this guy, and she claims she cannot have men. She's lying. She's lying. I know she posted on social media. I know she used to train in my gym, and I'll never forget. She was that time with Larry.
All right, we don't care about this thought.
You've been groomed into 5 years after.
He's not my type, for sure not. He was very nice. And,
yeah, I noticed that. She didn't say no.
No, I just said, yeah, he's okay, but no, like, he's not my type. Larry giving her the death stare. I mean, all due respect to him, I don't like older guys.
Okay, so like when I said, see,
let's finish it.
How many guys? Only one guy people like.
No, but I mean, like in general, like if I find somebody attractive, then yeah, is that not?
You find other attractive?
I mean, I can acknowledge somebody looks good.
Okay, let's dissect this one. So, when I said he's fine, I think there's also like a language.
Yeah,
like language is not my first language. So,
here we go. There's a language barrier.
When I say like, oh, he's fine, like I meant he's like a nice guy, he's okay. Like that's what we would say, like my language. He's a good guy. Like
I sort of figured that, yeah.
Yeah. What other thing people find? Oh, you know what I said? I'm not attracted to him. Well, you.
Okay, so the poll is over. 77% of you guys think the texts are real. 23% of you are skeptical. We also know who the chick is as well. She's a thought confirmed. But I don't know. Even a broken clock is correct twice a day, right?
Shouldn't say anything about anybody attracted to him, but like if you're in a marriage, you can acknowledge somebody looks good. Like I can say, oh, this guy is like, oh, he looks good objectively. Doesn't mean.
Like we know that this guy has a crippling porn addiction. So is it out of the ordinary for him to be, you know, intrigued in his girl being engaged in some strange? Probably not. If you're spending $10K a day on fucking cam girls and OnlyFans, which is what he was doing, it's not out of the question for you to also like other taboo, unorthodox sexual behavior, such as watching another man pound your girl. And that's the problem with porn addiction, guys. Like, it's never enough. So you start having to resort to worse and worse and more invasive forms of pornography to get the same sexual satisfaction. It's like a drug user. Your dopamine receptors get fried. You can't just smash regular chicks no more. Next thing you know, you're fucking Diddy flying out a bunch of prostitutes to you in fucking LA to watch them smash your wife. 10 years later, FBI, open up! Now you're sitting in a fucking courtroom justifying putting nigga semen on your nipples. Yeah, that is not a fucking joke, by the way. I was there at the fucking trial. Cassie literally testified and said, this nigga flew these prostitutes out to Miami or LA from New York City. They would smash me. They would jizz. He would get the jizz out, put it on his nipples, bro. No joke. I heard the testimony with my own two fucking ears. I'll never forget, bro. I'm over here taking fucking notes because it's federal court. You can't fucking record anything, right? So I'm over there taking notes. And bro, when she said that shit, I had to look up. And like, you know, am I in fucking Toon World? You know, like what's going on here? Bombacat! I legitimately thought I was like in another dimension when I heard that shit. Bro, everyone in the courtroom was like, what? Nigga, what? So, you know, to put a bow on this, like, I mean, it's not out of the question to suspect that Larry might be, you know, involved in this fucking debauchery, bro. It's not far-fetched to believe that. You know, if we were only using this girl's sex and nothing else, but if you look at his other deviant sexual behavior, it's not out of the question to think that he would be a cuck too, man. So, yeah, I think the texts are real, bro.
I want him or I'm a.
Despite the fact that the female that sent the text is questionable, I think there's an extremely high likelihood the texts are real based on Larry's already confirmed self-admitted sexual behavior.
To him, you know.
But the thing is, you know, if you are to talk to someone who's super logical, who's not an internet troll.
But yeah, I use a Diddy example to explain to you guys, like, bro, this nigga Diddy been getting bitches since like the 80s, bro. I guess the nigga got bored and wanted to try new shit. But that new shit got him fucking hit by the fucking cops. FBI, open up!
Well, and, you know, we actually had a long conversation and broke it down. Like, yeah, you know, we could be like, okay, like that makes reasonable sense, right? Mm-hmm. There's objective attraction, right? You think someone looks good, it doesn't mean you're gonna go step out and cheat. Yeah. But the thing is, you should know the culture of the internet is this stuff is just kind of gonna give him a poor look, and you know that's just not something that you want to be doing. So even if you know true that you could be attracted to someone and you know not necessarily have any sexual desire there, I just think it would be better to have said no and just kind of.
Oh, for sure, but also like I'm not media trained. Like I was never like spoke on social media. It's like that was like my first day ever talking on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So there is also like lack of not.
Yeah, but you're definitely social media trained to be a thought with all those pictures, man.
Not lack, but it's just like lack of understanding what I'm getting myself into and like how I communicate and just the way I talk. I'm like extremely blunt person. You know, and people. And
this is also on Larry for being an idiot and putting her on camera like that. Like, nigga, you should have like given her a full debrief of what she can and can't say. Nigga, just put her on camera and let her just yap. You know, bro sealed his own fate, man, at that point.
Do not understand that, people who do not know.
Yeah, Money Monday is coming up, guys. I'm going to end this stream pretty soon. And we're going to go ahead and I'm gonna walk on over to the other room and we're gonna do Money Monday with Steve. Speaking of which, by the way, let me put up the link for you guys real fast. And then after, I'll come back and probably do a second stream. I think we're live already. Yeah, we are live already. How many people? How long have we been live? All right, for 7 minutes. Okay, here it is, guys. I'll watch this for like another minute and then I'm gonna get going.
So they think, oh, she's just like talking so much and like just doesn't have any filter, you know. So it's just like, I guess it's just like my lack of understanding, like the
it's deeper.
media.
Click that link I gave, guys. That's our Fresh and Fit link.
Than that though, it's a lot deeper than just media training, because this is something that could be applicable to, say you were out at dinner with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not even just media training. You're just retarded. You're a retarded Eastern European girl that's extremely arrogant. That's really what it is.
And
you can make the argument of like maybe she needed some media training a little bit, but this is who she is, bro. Okay, this is who she is. She don't give a fuck about this nigga. She's there for hypergamous reasons. This is a means to an end for her.
Sort of like.
And here's the problem: since Larry Wheels built her platform by her being there, niggas are not going to tune in for him. That's another problem too.
The thing that I'm talking about with
bro built his streaming platform on a terrible fucking foundation, which is going to be his embarrassing wife. So now, this nigga's gonna always need to appear with her to get views. That's the issue.
Framing.
So he not only just fucked himself up, but he fucked himself up in his streaming career because he started a streaming career with her next to him, saying wild shit, which gets him the views and the, eyeballs, but it's coming at a terrible cost. Now he has to keep dragging this fucking woman everywhere so that she can continue to humiliate him.
And these prenuptial arrangements, the reason it's so important is there should be so much fear of disrespecting and upsetting him from you that this kind of stuff.
And there's none, because she has an enormous amount of leverage, because she could divorce him and take his shit anytime. We good to go? I'm gonna wrap this up right now. All right, so yeah, guys, we're good to go. I'm gonna wrap this up here in a second. It's gonna be Money Monday.
It never happens. You know, you're always thinking twice.
Of course, but I know my husband. You know, we've been together for so long, so I know how I can talk to him, and if I know he did not take that any other way than the way I said it and the way I meant. You know, so I went from that like, okay, I know he knows what I mean, but not understanding the internet doesn't know what I mean.
But simply what I'm saying is, you know, the relationship should be framed in a way that you're so worried of messing this thing up, and so worried for losing him that you are thinking, you know, twice, 3 times before you do or say anything that could potentially compromise that.
But that's not
right?
our dynamic, you know.
Yeah, Chad, he has no prenup. Yep, I know. That shit is crazy, right?
Like I'm so.
Well, that means
you
just don't value him as much as you should.
Of course I value my man. Of course I value, but I also know that he gives me a freedom to tell him how I feel about certain things. You know, that's one thing. My favorite things about Larry is like he's the least judgmental person. He lets me be me. Let me talk the way I talk. Same ways, vice versa. You know, so for me, I knew he's gonna.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works, bro. That's not how this works. But this is the problem, is that he set up this frame where it's like he treats her like an equal versus a subordinate. That's why this is why she behaves the way she behaves.
And I knew he's not going to get upset or what I said.